Hey, what's up, Nerdgasm fans? Jerry here, aka Barnacles, and today we're going to be upgrading the Ultimaker 3D printer using the Ultimaker 3D printer. You can see right here we have a new upgraded Bowden tube clamp that's going to replace the stock one that came with the printer, and it'll make it much easier for me to remove the Bowden tube to clear any jams and help me change materials. So you can see right here, here's the design. It's 3 different pieces. It's got a little coupling here that's used to put pressure on the tube. It's got this right here, which is the actual tube holder itself. And it's got a gnarled screw that goes right onto this to put the pressure down on the tube and hold it in place. So let's go ahead and get this thing printed out and installed on the printer. This time around, I decided to print in 2 new materials that I'm trying from Color Fab. The first one up at the top is the orange PLA PHA. And this is a cool material because it prints very, very uniformly and accurately. I mean, you get some amazing prints with this stuff, as you'll see from this gnarled knob that I'm printing out. And the detail is amazing. And the temperature that you print out's a little lower too, at 210 degrees. Now, on the bottom, for the piece that's actually going to be like holding most of the structure and needs to be the strongest, I'm using Color Fab's new XT Clear material. Now, this isn't a PLA or an ABS. This is a completely different polymer material. And it's very strong, and it melts. Its melting point's like 230 or 240 degrees, so it's much higher than conventional PLA and closer to what ABS melts at. And as a result, you get a much more durable part, and it's also more flexible and less brittle than PLA, which is something I was after. And the fact that it's clear just makes it look badass. So one other really cool thing about this material is that it actually can be smoothed and polished with acetone, which you can't do with PLA, you can only do with ABS. So if you want to print something and you want to get it like smooth and glass-like, this is a really good material to start with. Plus, it also has some cool characteristics, like if you put it in the dishwasher and you run it on the top rack, it'll produce a very, very nice opaque, almost ice-like appearance. I'll show that in a future video for you guys when I get more of the material. Unfortunately, the sample that I had to work with was very small, so I couldn't print anything very large. Besides this, I actually printed a shot glass, which I'll also do a video on later on. But this is fantastic material. Both the Color Fab materials that I tried were very, very easy to work with. They both had good adhesion to the surface. They both printed very uniformly. And as you can see from this print, I'm actually printing in 2 different materials, 1 screw and 1 nut, and they actually fit perfectly together. And I mean very, very smoothly and fit tightly together. So overall, I'm very, very impressed with this Color Fab material, and I will be using more of it in the future. Alright, we got our parts printed, so let's put them on the Ultimaker. Here's the print head that we're going to install the Bowden tube clamp on top of. To remove the Bowden tube, you have to pull out this little blue clip, and you have to basically pick at it with your fingernail or use a small tool, and it's pretty much a pain in the ass. And you can see it's all chewed up from multiple failed attempts, and the clip is pretty easy to lose. Now, to pull the tube out, you have to push down on that little collar to release it, and that's a pain in the ass too, because you have to use a pair of pliers. Alright, as you can see, the little collar piece doesn't fit, so we have to relocate some electronics, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and install this. Now, the installation was pretty straightforward. You can see I put that little collar around the tube, and that's what creates the pressure to clamp it. And then I just pull that down over the tube and I twist it, and you just tighten it up with your hands. You can get a really good grip on it, unlike that little clip. So it's very, very easy to take off and remove, and it holds the tube way better too. You could lift up the whole printer with this thing and it wouldn't come out. Woohoo! Mission accomplished. Hey guys, I hope this video gave you a nerdgasm. If it didn't, you should probably check your glasses. Anyways, till next time. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps me a bunch. Also, come follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I love interacting with you guys.